Good morning, my loves. Happy Sunday. A beautiful, absolutely gorgeous day here at the lake. A little chilly right now. It's in the 40s. I think the high today is 65, but then it's going to heat up into the 70s later this week, so we're fine. Not so much for those in the Midwest, and I think the New England states are getting hit right now with the massive storm. So please stay in, stay warm, stay smart. This is a touchy subject. Everywhere you turn right now, you're seeing it, whether it's social media, whether it's TV, the radio, everybody's hearing about everything that happened in Minneapolis. And I just want to cover some things, okay? There are good and bad I don't care, in every religion, in every culture, in every job. There's good and bad. So please do not stereotype. Not all police officers are horrible. Not all attorneys are horrible, and it goes on and on and on. Don't stereotype. No blanket statements, okay? I personally know federal officers, and there are some that are just the sweetest. They're family people. They're good men and women. Genuinely good souls. They don't like what they have to do, but it's their job. And they conduct themselves with dignity and respect. They treat people with dignity and respect. However, like in any other, occupation, there's going to be stinkers. There are going to be people that let it go to their head. There's always, I don't care where you live, you're going to have good cops and you're going to have dirty cops. It's just the way it goes. There are people that let the power go to their head and they get off on it. They're narcissists. We know that. They're abusers. We know that. They're bullies. We know that. And they're weaponized. And we know that. So, just if you see a group of police officers in your community, just police officers, maybe they're at lunch, don't be mean and nasty to them. They're your community officers. They're going to be there when you're in an accident, when somebody has a heart attack, when somebody gets shot. They're your everyday police officers that have your ass. Please treat them with the kindness and the respect they deserve. Their kids go to school with your kids. Keep that in mind, okay? If you happen to see a SWAT team, pay attention. SWAT teams are not ICE. ICE are not SWAT teams. Two completely different things. SWAT will say SWAT, SWAT, on their vest. ICE will say ICE, ICE, on their vest. That's how you know who's who. Okay? It's been a month or so back, a couple of months ago. I'm in an apartment complex in Arizona. I'm on the second floor, and there's a lot of buildings in this complex. And I walk down my stairs one morning. I have an appointment. And I get to the bottom of the stairs, and the building next to mine, there's a SWAT team. Okay. And one sees me coming down the stairs, and I'm dressed professionally, and they wheel around with guns pointing at me. That is an attention getter at 9 o'clock in the morning. It will get your attention, and you freeze. And they said, "Who are you and what are you doing?" I said, "I'm a resident in this building." I gave them my apartment number. And I said, "I have an appointment I'm going to." They wanted to see my ID. I showed them my driver's license. They said, "Where are you parked?" And I showed them. They wanted to know if I knew who lived in a particular apartment. I said, to the best of my knowledge, it's vacant, and it's been vacant, but I don't know. I don't keep track. They were nice. They were professional. I was nice. I was cooperative. I didn't mouth off and tell them it's none of their business. If they want to know, kick the door in. You want my ID? Let's see a warrant. Just answer their questions. Be nice, be polite, and go along on your merry way. It went fine. It was scary. It got my attention. I know I'm a law-abiding citizen. I've never even had a ticket, so it's fine. It was fine. Just don't give them any shit. These are people, it was a SWAT team, which means they are police officers in my community. They are doing their job. There is a lot of crime in Arizona. Drugs, prostitution, trafficking. There's some bad shit happening here. They don't send out a SWAT team on traffic tickets. So if they're after somebody, there's a damn good reason. I trust that. I stayed out of it. It's none of my business why they're there. I left. Okay? Came home. Nobody's there. That's a good sign. I'm fine. I have seen ICE in action here in Arizona, and it's very frightening. I was at an office where they stormed in. Everybody froze. They went to their destination where they were going. Nobody spoke. Nobody moved. Everybody's eyes were the size of a saucer. And I never saw them again. I don't know if they left through the back. Don't know. Don't care. None of my business. They did not one of them spoke to me. I don't even think they looked in my direction. But just stay out of it, okay? If you're on the street and you see ICE swarming a car, now I want you to listen, okay? Please, stay out of it. Don't scream and yell obscenities. Stay away. If they tell you to move away, move away. Just listen to me. Let them do whatever it is they're going to do. And when they leave, look in the vehicle, because they have been known, some of the not so nice people, to leave animals behind and babies and small children. So once they have left the area, check the vehicle. Check to see if there's a dog or a child in the car. If there is, call 911, because you have to report that, there's a child that's been abandoned in a vehicle. If it's a cat or a dog or whatever, get it some water. Here in Arizona, it's the first thing you think of, get everybody water. But make sure it's safe. But please notify the police so that they can run the tag number, find out who it is, and get in touch with the next of kin to get those kids, to a family member. But don't take matters in your own hands. Don't get involved. Getting involved will get you hurt. And I don't mean pushed and shoved, I mean shot. It will. We have seen that on TV recently, what happened when somebody didn't comply, when they were just asking questions and they were shot in the face 3 times and killed. They weren't being aggressive. They didn't have a weapon and they were shot. Just stay away, okay? I don't want to see anybody hurt. I do not condone what they are doing. I think it's crazy. I think it is absolutely insane, but I want to keep you guys safe. That's my concern. So please just stay safe and talk to your kids, because I know they are going into schools. They are standing outside of schools. Just teach your kids what to do. Just go. Don't talk to them. Don't flip them off. Don't yell obscenities. Just go about your business to stay safe. We all have our opinions. I can't say all, I'm sure somewhere on this planet there are people that support this craziness. Most people don't. People I know do not. But just keep in mind, just because somebody is in an ICE vest does not mean they are a bad person. Some of them are just doing their job. Some of them kind of go a little overboard. They're a little cray-cray. But some are simply they have orders. They have a job to do every day, just like you do, just like I do. They're just doing their job. They may not like it. It may disgust them. But they're trying to support their family. And you may say, I would just walk off that job and flip burgers. You're not in their shoes, so don't judge them. Don't judge. But please stay safe. I don't want to hear that somebody that saw my video was shot, was injured, because I know I have a lot of followers. I know who some of them are. I don't want to see your name in the paper or on social media that you got in between an ICE officer and a vehicle, an ICE officer and a family member, a car, a driver, anybody. I want you to stay safe and be smart, okay? Talk to your kids about what to do. It's so scary for kids when these people storm into a school. It was scary when they stormed into the office that I was in. It was the doctor's office. And holy cats, it was scary. And everybody just froze. Just mind your own business. Stay out of it. Stay out of it. Because getting involved will only get you hurt. Let your kids know. They may not like it. It may make them angry, but getting involved is only going to get them hurt. I hope this gets better. I'm afraid it's not. We all know what has happened most recently. And the VA nurse that was shot. That's very controversial. We don't have all the facts yet. Do not assume that you have all the facts until all the facts are in evidence. A VA nurse was protesting. We all have a right to protest. And in their state, they are allowed to have a weapon. They were wearing a weapon. They didn't draw the weapon was holstered. But the ICE officer saw that as a threat and shot them and killed them. That breaks my heart. I mean, I was an SICU nurse, surgical intensive care nurse. Things happen and you want to stand up for what's right and, speak up. We all have a right to our opinion. We have a right to voice our opinion and to be heard, but you have to be smart. That individual should have known, yes, you have a right to bear arms, but in this situation, they should have thought, if these people see you with a gun, they're going to shoot you. Whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, somebody is going to misinterpret that and you can get shot. I'm not saying it's their fault. Please don't. I'm not saying that at all. But I just wish they would have thought just a little step further and not had that weapon. And hindsight isn't going to do anybody any good after somebody's dead. Please be smart. Be safe. Please just keep yourself safe and keep your kids safe. But don't stereotype and never assume. Don't assume you know what's going on if you don't. Assuming is dangerous. Assuming will get you killed. Assuming may get somebody else killed. But just please promise me you're going to stay safe.